So we were talking earlier today, sort of in the hallway, about MBS as a marketing enabler.
Right.
Not real sure what that means in terms of the client engagement.
Right. So, from my lens here at MBS, when I think about that, I'm thinking from a strategy and analytics lens, but I also think about it from a technology standpoint. So the way that we go to market is really, we have very robust, customer-centric, customer intelligence-related technologies that we put in place. Others call them marketing databases, but it's really bigger than that, right? Take that, and we try to put an analytical engine on top of it. Some of that is tools, but a lot of that is about the people that work here. Our expertise is really especially retail and enabling commerce. So we take the tools as people also, and then we try to really bring to the market a solution that allows clients to use customer intelligence for a wide variety of commerce needs, right? So that could be driving direct marketing related response, or it could be just understanding how consumers are engaging with sales associates in stores. All of that is contained in the fundamentals of the databases that we build.
Yeah.
So our sort of strategy is we've got to unlock the value of the data, right? We have to take insight and bring it to the clients together with them and create strategies that create action that move the business.
So in terms of where you sit in that multimedia mix, right?
Yeah.
There's email, point of sale, search.
Yeah.
I'm probably forgetting a ton. MBS, we're sitting there analyzing and building the data inside the database.
Right.
Real time.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Yeah, so it depends. We like to use the term right time. So each class of data has its own right time. Sometimes you can't get the data as quickly as you would want to make it actionable, right?
Yeah.
So obviously data that's digital tends to be more real time, but there's other aspects of the value chain that we play in that aren't going to be real time. They might be daily, they might be weekly, but point being that we're trying to create a platform that's as timely as it can be, that allows us to analyze the business we're in and gain insight as quickly as we can to change it as often as we need to.
And
right?
so you talked about, I think this is an ongoing trend and discussion at GSI as well, as cross-channel.
Right.
And you're hearing a lot about that.
Yeah.
So what was that we were talking about in terms of MBS being sort of that junction between cross-channel and marketing?
Yeah, well, the beauty of what we do, and we've done for a long time, is we bring data from purchase channels and media consumption channels and all sorts of points of interaction that consumers have with brands and with retailers, bring all that together in one place. Sometimes it's a direct connect.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of the digital work that we're doing now with sister companies is a direct connect between consumer, media, channel, and purchase behavior. And then there's other pieces that are cross-channel that are not really direct, right? I mean, we all hear these stats now. Somewhere between 40 and 50% of all offline retail sales are influenced by online behaviors, right? Yeah. That is often an indirect connect, right? It's an inferred response, if you will, right?
Yeah.
So when you're playing in that space, there's a lot of ambiguity. But the beauty of the job that we're in is if we can make sense of it, then you can unlock a tremendous amount of value. And we were just out selling recently on the West Coast, and this particular prospect admitted that they're allocating a rather large portion of revenues to a vehicle or a channel that they aren't really sure if that's the right allocation method. That's the essence of media mix modeling, right?
Yeah.
If we can make sense of the ambiguity for them, even if it's a 10 to 15% improvement, that's a tremendous amount of value when you're talking about tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in marketing spend, right? So that cross-channel space is so ripe for the picking, and what excites me is what we're doing here at GSI and eBay is really trying to play in that space of cross-channel commerce, because it's so much bigger than just plain, we call it plain vanilla, which is not really the right way to say it, but just e-commerce alone. It's the cross-channel space. If you look at it from that 50% of offline sales, you're talking about 5, 6, 10 times the rate of growth of just e-commerce as things converge, right? Yeah, we tend to use that term a little bit less. It's the same thing. The proliferation of data, especially marketing-related data, is tremendous. So there's a huge opportunity for those of us who are focused on getting it right to really add value for our clients. So I think that's what's exciting about what we're doing here is the pace of innovation is tremendous, and it's focused on really that forecasting and optimization and unlocking the value. Channel expansion also, that's
Yeah.
a term that we're starting to use about, once you unlock the value, what do you do with it? You
Yeah.
can redeploy it into channels that you know are already working, or you could go into something entirely new. I mean, just in the last couple of years alone, the advent of flash sales and daily deal sites has been tremendous. Groupon, all of those are opportunities that retailers are trying to evaluate, but in many ways, their marketing budgets are somewhat constrained. So where do they find the incremental dollars to
Yeah.
do that? That's where the optimization comes in. That's where forecasting comes in. That's where getting this cross-channel analytics correct can really just self-fund things.